holier than not or higher or thank you higher, and you ignore those motherfucking letters, okay? So you know what God said, I done tried to show her, but she has her eyes closed. So guess what? Now she in hell. That's her fault. Okay?
Times, 6 times.
That is for her fault.
Yeah.
Well, I just know that it's it's okay to get out here. We argue, we have fun. You know what I'm saying? We cackle, we read each other, we keep it surface level. But some people are just downright nasty. And I'll be the one to say that AJ has been downright nasty
I say it
and
too, bitch.
vile to some people. She
Very.
has been that. But then you want somebody to have sympathy and empathy for you
And
for
we
getting
won't.
your stuff put out on the sidewalk.
We'll
When
pick
we
it up.
heard what you said to people, what you said about their children, what
Thank you
the
for the
things that
giving.
you have done. So now nobody has sympathy or empathy for you. Where you thought the people were laughing with you, they were laughing what's right and what's wrong. They gonna leave you on the curb like them police officers left your furniture.
And
Right.
they know he's a liar. You is
Listen,
Because baby, you're not it. The way that you act, yes, the people will laugh because it is entertaining and they can get a cackle. But they also realize the type of person that you are, and they don't feel like you're worth saving.
and here's the thing, Petty. I don't rejoice in that woman and her children stuff being on the side of the, on nobody's on nobody's sidewalk. But what I do understand is that when you start talking about God and you start talking about, oh, well, this
It.
that's
As a Christian woman, I love the Lord, but I mess up daily. I fall short daily. I do nothing. We all have free will. So if you decide not to pay your rent because you trying to prove a point, God ain't got nothing. Ain't gonna pay your
different
next month
occasions.
neither.
No.
That has nothing to do with God, baby. That is policy and procedure. That was in your contract when you signed it to move. Stop it. He ain't have nothing to do with this. God didn't tell you not to pay your rent.
Definitely
God did
did.
tell
And no
you,
disrespect, and no
render
disrespect. But
unto
why would
Caesar
you?
what is due to Caesar. That's what God
Thank
told
you.
you.
Toya,
And
Toya, bye.
and why
what
would
he
you? But
said.
why would
That
you
is
want
what
to
he
continue? If you got six of them, why would you want to continue to put your own family through that? Like, what we talking about? That's
Thank you.
selfish.
Why we gamble?
That's selfish as hell.
Like one of the things she got on Poozy about was stability. You gamble with your
Gina too. She got on both of them.
you gamble with your children's stability over what $250 in a principal.
To the gala.
She said I wanted to
thank you for the
for
gift.
her top.
Shut up.
Anybody, but the way she treated the people that was going through stuff at that time, she was also going through stuff at
Yeah.
that time. So how can the pot call the kettle anybody on TikTok?
That is facts. I wish I can.
stop
Right,
bringing
and I know
God
I,
into
I know I
stuff.
kept hearing people say like the guy, the company, whoever was a slumlord. We don't know that, so we don't
But
know.
if he was such a slumlord, why she ain't
She promised her kids that they would not move. That
Well, baby,
I don't care if you're calling somebody a slumlord. That means prove to them that you're not gonna move again by letting them live in subpar conditions.
And let me
Because you're
ask y'all
trying
a
to prove a
question.
point.
Can I ask y'all a question? I know a lot of y'all live in homes and all the things. When you're buying a home, a lot of those things that need to be fixed is on you.
Mm-hmm.
So am I tripping? Because I've been in my house 11 years. When I told my kids I wasn't moving, we've been in this motherfucker 11 years and I done fixed everything from the fucking furnace to the hot water tank to the goddamn, the air conditioning shit, central
that's
air
part of
and
homeownership.
everything. So when you own your shit or buying your shit, that shit is on
But
you
she
to
wasn't
pay.
doing
I
neither.
think
She
a
was
rent to buy. I
renting.
think she was
And
in a rent to
even if
buy.
you are renting to buy, fix the shit, hold on to the damn receipt, give it to the landlord. It's called a deduction.
So she did do that for one of them, and that's how she was able to evade one eviction. But
Yeah,
yeah.
You've
I
been
think
able to
in
do it for
September.
all of them.
Yeah, I think she said something about in September last year. Um, one of the evictions she was able to abate because of something with the heat.
We didn't need no heat in Georgia in September. I live in
In
Georgia.
September,
Hold on. Let me go ahead and make this clear. In September, we was out at the gala. No sleeves, no pantyhose, no
but
socks.
my back was
Oh,
out.
hold on, friends. Let me finish. No socks, all sandals, backs out, legs out, suns out, buns out. We did not need a speck of heat in Georgia in September. Did y'all remember they was clowning what the girl name was? Rose, cause she had on them pleather shorts out to the porch and was sweating like a hog. Why? Cause it was hot in Georgia in September. What did AJ have on out there on the porch? She didn't have on no sweatsuit. She didn't have on no turtleneck. Cause it was
Trying to whip
hot
me in a tank top and some bike shorts.
in Georgia in September.
Tashi, reset your gift goal.
Oh, thank
Didn't
you,
nobody
guys.
need no heat. The heat was already outside. Now you can bring God into it. God was already providing heat in September in Georgia.
Boom.
Friends, I do find this to be your fault because if you would have went
I'm
ahead
sick of you.
and
I'm just
handled
calling the
Wait,
people.
Mooka,
no,
every person that think about it, they be like, friends, we blame you. Every one of us have
yes, I really have to say that I blame you because if you would have went ahead and mushed that man in the damn mouth in the face, we wouldn't even have we wouldn't even be here. We wouldn't have innocent
Keep
people
trying to blame
trying
me
to
for not
get
putting my hands on people. I gotta keep my hands
yes.
to myself.
Who
We
Hands,
told
wouldn't
you
even
I
be
that?
think you
here.
would have broke your hand on her jaw.
Shit.
But you know,
Thank
I
y'all
I'm gonna
just
this
stop her eviction from September. What
We,
the
we
hell?
don't care
thanks,
about that.
AL.
Lord, look at me. See God about to get me again.
But I
well,
do. It's your fault.
so y'all, I'm a person that looks
You
at patterns.
stuttering, Tashi.
I'm a person that looks at patterns and behaviors. And when I looked at those sheets that I seen, September the 19th, 2024 and 2023 were bad days for her because she had two on that same
Well,
Wait,
that's
way
what'd you say?
She had two what?
Evictions back to back.
in
Evictions.
the same month.
process.
What's a pattern for her
September
not to pay
19th,
her bills?
2024 and September 19th, 2023. And then she had two in 1 month in 2023, March of 2023. March, I want to say 11th and the 27th. I don't know how that happened.
What did she have going on? Like, what did she say?
She was spending $500 at Buc-ee's, and she was getting those nails, she was getting those raggedy ass silk press,
all that makeup to cover their chin.
She said she was doing her own silk press. She said she did her own hair.
Oh, baby, she should have left that shit to
You look like Andre 3000.
And never mind.
Wait a minute. First of all, you're not gonna disrespect Andre 3000 like that, because baby, he fine.
Right.
My hair was swinging in that video.
Right.
You're not gonna disrespect
Baby, he had the flow in his bob. I ever said
Yes.
It was shiny and everything.
And Bridget, don't you ever. Bridget,
It was not a split end in sight.
Don't you ever say that again.
You're not gonna do that, Bridget. You better take that bite.
$40 therapist. We don't know. I ain't in the business of nobody's pockets. As a nurse, as a fellow RN, I personally cannot comprehend it. I've been in the game a long time, but if there ever came a time that I needed to get back out there and work like I worked when I was a baby nurse, I would hustle my ass off in healthcare. Because what I know is that is one reason that I'm in healthcare, because there is never a reason that I will never be able to provide for myself or my family.
Unless you done did something to fuck up your life.
If my license is active, I'm going to make it happen. I might hate what I do. I might hate whatever role I have to do because it's not in my comfort zone. But I could never allow my babies to see what happens to her babies happen.
Nope.
I couldn't even sleep. I couldn't even live with myself. I feel so bad in that sense for her children to have to see that. To just imagine seeing your stuff just sitting outside on the line, and then to know that I have the means, the ways that I could have made it happen for my family. There's no way. There's no way.
I'm gonna lie. We had this conversation. I'm gonna go see if my rent was paid. Wait, hold on a minute. It's the 4. It's the 4.
Yeah, that's it.
I mean, and it's, you know,
yesterday.
I don't know what she got going on. And clearly, there's more going on, and I get it. We all got stuff going on, but the one thing I would do is I'm gonna protect my babies at all costs. Like I couldn't, even if I knew it was nothing that I could do in that moment, I could not have allowed them to get off that bus and see all of their stuff outside of our home.
And the whole rule is you take care of your, like, even when you are struggling, because I'm not going to sit up and act like, I've always, had.
Right, everything been perfect.
Everything ain't been perfect. You know what I mean? But the one thing you take care of, because you can maneuver around light, gas, water, sewage. You can you can make arrangements and pay where you lay. That is the first thing. Pay where you lay.
And no disrespect. The baby should have been picked up, taken to the hotel, especially over $250. They should have never seen that. That $250 should have went on the room for them to stay for the weekend, so they wouldn't have been
personally think
embarrassed off the bus. That's embarrassing.
But I also think that it wasn't just the $250. I think that if you just look at the pattern, after a while, you get tired of being flexible. My nurse eyes showed that the company that she working with, this last eviction was associated with more people on it. So maybe they went into partnership with someone else. And so therefore that leniency, is different when maybe they under a different ownership and so they're not able to be as flexible as they used to be. Mm-hmm. Maybe that's what happened. And so but
at the end of the day, Tashi, times is hard. So when somebody is relying on that as income for their own household, they not finna play with you and let you dilly-dally and you taking money out of their children's mouth because you want to play around. You can't keep doing everybody like that. Times is hard for everybody.
Right.
Because I don't think people understand that the people still have a mortgage that they have to pay as well.
No disrespect, but
on the mortgage.
You went out fighting for someone else's kid, but didn't fight for your own. Let me mute up.
That also was a point that was made during the eviction, knowing that you had eviction coming within a few days, a few weeks. You was out there somebody else's baby.
You laid out in the back seat on the phone with Susu on speakerphone.
Oh, wait.
Everybody whole conversation.
talking
I
about
got a question.
everybody, but not paying your damn bills. And how the fuck you spend $500 in Buc-ee's, but then knowing
She
that
better
you
have
homeless?
Oh,
both
y'all
buckets.
know. So I'm a
She
Midwestern.
better have a beaver
What's in
in her
Bucky? Can
backyard
somebody
right
tell
now.
me? Could
She
y'all
better
tell me
have a
what's in
beaver in
Bucky?
her backyard,
So,
Tasha. She better have a
The
beaver
convenience
so
store. So it's like
Bucky's
a
is like
convenience.
a
backyard.
Love's. Bucky's
Yes,
is
it's the
like a
Oh,
convenience
okay,
store.
Love's.
okay.
And they
So we,
sell
Better
like a
have
so
lot
we,
of
both
so
stuff.
buckets.
we
Put it
see
out there.
love. So like when we start leaving until we get south, we see love. Okay, so it makes
Yeah,
sense.
Bucky's is our
Better
Love's.
had bought a Bucky's. It better be a beaver
And
in
she
her
bought
backyard.
$5 worth of stuff.
Yes, five
She said
hundred
it better be an
dollars.
actual beaver
So
with
baby,
a pond in her backyard.
Well, no,
what's
because
that?
Bucky sell everything in the like, so it's like you can buy a lot of stuff. It's more, it's like a Love's, but it's more stuff, and but like it's more
Yeah.
stuff in Bucky's than it is in Love's. Like you can buy stuff.
Clothes and furniture and all the
Yeah,
things.
yeah.
Wait, but I got two
They got
questions.
furniture?
No.
Rocking chairs. They did
Answer
have rocking chairs.
is
When I went, they had
no.
the barbecue pits. They had rocking chairs.
You're not
They
putting
had
that in Bree
fire
car.
pits. I
You're
went and
not
took my
putting no
big back ass
furniture
and got some motherfucking
in Bree
brisket.
Put
car.
it in Bree's
Is it
car.
a gas station? What
Yes, it is a gas station. You're not putting no furniture or no rocking chair in Bree car going back down the road.
Wait, but I got
Bree,
two
shut
questions.
Maybe
your
she
ass.
needed it.
Patty,
She put
stop
it in
yelling on
there.
this app.
She better have bought a bucket. She better
Is it-
have a beaver in her backyard.
Petty, where the Bucky at now? If she got evicted, the beaver got evicted too.
I guess he in the bathtub wherever she living at night.
Gaia.
Okay,
Oh.
wait. So do the the JJ fees, dues, whatever they got, is that for paying for the retainer? Because I still
No,
ain't.
they paid that to Heartbreaker when she.
Oh, okay.
Somebody said the beaver is in a tent.
And then, Toya, did we ever hear from FWA on why she did not swing her like a ragamuffin off the porch?
Put your ass up, Joy.
I'll answer for FWA. FWA said that she is a businesswoman now. She's a reformed hood chick. She don't go swinging people off of porches just for fun no more. So now we all got to suffer this young man.
Always
That's
been
why-
a
That's why we in
businesswoman.
this Rico. We
First
all
of all, when she
always
was
been a
yelling on that
businesswoman.
porch, she wasn't no reform nothing.
This is your fault.
Hey, listen, I'm not getting paid to swing on a motherfucker. I ain't swinging on shit if I ain't getting paid, y'all. Listen,
You
I
did
need
it for the good of humanity.
What cracked me up was
on the
I
corner
said,
for the good of
I
humanity.
said, I was like, I think FWA might tell her up because maybe after she was hollering and screaming, the FWA would sit back like this. Oh, you was in a position like I ain't even worried.
Shit, I told you, ask
You
Patty.
in
I'm like that.
position like,
I was like that in
I
the
ain't
house with
worried about
Patty. I don't be worried about
I was
nobody.
crying, but I was just crying laughing. She was hollering. They was all pulling her back. You was just sitting back like, yeah, what y'all got going on?
And then
You
she
look over
was
there.
unbothered.
You
And
look
then when
over
she
there and
went to
just make
walk
sure she ain't in
over,
your personal space, and then you would start back talking. And I was just saying, oh.
when she walked over, she said, "Oh, now, bitch, don't stand up. Don't walk up on me." I said, "Get her. Get her. Damn it, she didn't get her."
Listen, I'm all about you. You got to come into my space before I fuck with you. She ain't put
So
her.
she was like, nah.
I ain't worried about her.
Y'all keep her over there. I'm gonna stay over here now.
Yeah, she just like one of the barking. You know, like a barking chihuahua. You know how the chihuahuas just bark and they don't do shit. I ain't worried about that.
Chihuahuas, FWA.
Nah.
Yeah, don't do that, cause
Pick another breed, cause I got a little Chihuahua,
Chihuahua, and her name is
don't bother
Harley.
and
nobody.
he got more bodies than a lot of these niggas out here. You hear me?
I got a Chihuahua, and her name is Harley. All you gotta do is put your finger in her face. She gonna bite you. She ain't put her finger in my face, so I ain't need to bite her. What
Okay, I
the
feel
fuck?
you. I feel you.
Hey, wait, I found another question. Well, I ain't find it. But
Right, justice for the city girl.
did we ever figure out what rank of or what the spectrum of pretty that she was talking about was?
Oh,
What you
That
say?
one picture with that wig, she look like Shamar. And I don't give a fuck.
What?
I said what I said.
I said, did we ever figure out what the spectrum of pretty was for
It's the
AJ?
same spectrum as Poozy. Next.
Fucking line.
This is the pretty friend. Leave
Yes, Chris, because she
Pretty
always
was on the
said
spectrum. I didn't know Pretty was on the spectrum.
no. Because she always said that she wasn't going to argue with people who aren't prettier than her. But I'm still trying to figure out what the spectrum of pretty is. Like, are we talking about
It's the same one Pooza used.
pretty like a crocodile, you know, pretty like a deer?
Ask Pooza.
Pretty like a strong chin. Young
Pooza the one got that shit started.
Pretty like
Hey,
a
yo.
panther.
So I just say this. I wish her well. I think that she probably needs to take a pause from TikTok. You know, she can gather her evidence while she, you know, but
A road
it'll be a hard fight because I mean she got to first get an answer from Cash App.
You know what I just
Then she said she's not going through TikTok.
Danny, you real low.
She's not going. So the one thing we do know is that she said she's not fooling with TikTok. So I don't know how she's going to get our first, middle, and
Cash App
last.
ain't sending her that shit.
We know.
And then she said she wants to go through the messy mails. So she got to subpoena IG. She got to subpoena HB's IG to get them to tell her who the people were that's been sending messy mails.
Tashi, all she got to do is ask the JJs because they are the
They the ones
ones
sending the shit.
sending her the shit. Okay, it's your
I'm
own
thinking about the
people.
people that she used to hang out before.
Right? Sue.
What about the
Definitely.
first family? Because we don't see them no more.
Thank you for the gifts. Definitely
Because it's
the
the same
alien.
thing. Sometimes it be pushers that send me messy Cash App. Y'all, the people know what they be doing. Baby, the call is coming from inside the house, bitch.
And it is.
There is no house, there's an eviction notice. It's
Damn,
coming
I
from the
forgot.
side.
My bad.
Yes, somebody said her subs was $22.29.
They were. They were $22. But do you okay, so then do you
y'all
think that
know
when
that she did put out a number. She said she knew that the number didn't work, but she did put out a number saying that it was HB's number.
So she gonna Rico us for doing the same thing that she did?
Yeah.
But none of us put anything out.
It
So
was
we
HB, but she not
are the
suing
enterprise.
HB.
So we are the enterprise. So the enterprise are the people who all have. We sat down. We said we're gonna devise this plan to get AJ. We're gonna find out that she got 6 evictions because we knew it already. So, but we hired HB to be the evidence collector and the person who puts it out there. It's basically what she's trying to say in this RICO, because that's what a RICO would consist of. You got to have an enterprise of people that then met and said, you know what? We ain't the JJ, so I don't know what. I guess we the HB.
Well, I would ask, who is we? Because a lot of us, I don't even go over the
We
HB
are
line.
it,
I
and
still
them,
know, what
and
is
us, and
And what color
also
did we
them.
wear?
And I don't have
No,
no.
she's gonna say, I'm gonna call us the all of us.
Okay.
We the us's.
But
That's
we
we
the
the
us's.
us's.
I
We the
never.
us's and we the enterprise, and we all said we don't like AJ so much. We're gonna meet 6 months to a year ago, and then we're gonna wait to the perfect opportunity. We're gonna know that her heartbreaker is gonna fall out, and then we're gonna say, bitch, we got us one. So then we gonna go to heartbreaker. I don't know who the leader is that went to heartbreaker and said, you know what, heartbreaker, we want you to. We extorted her and said, hey, we're gonna send you this money, but when we send you this money, you better make sure you provide us with all of this information on
Why
this.
don't she
Well,
sue
it
herself for
was
trying to make all these
do.
friends on TikTok?
Wait, can we
Sue
But it was
also
yourself for trying to make
do.
friends on TikTok. Sue yourself.
point out that we're also, I guess we can see the future, because she just got the 6 evictions within this year and a half. But if we met up to almost a year ago, that means she was never evicted about 6 times. She might have been evicted about twice. So we've seen the future. And
Yeah,
then,
about 2. So
Yeah.
if we say technically a year from now, she had 2 already.
right. So we saw the future because we saw that she was going to get 4 more. And we told HB, wait, let her
But
get
no,
her 6 more.
it wasn't just specifically the evictions. It was just to get. We knew that she was gonna fall out with her and that she was gonna put out her information. So she said that we must have didn't like her so much 6 months to a year ago. I don't think.
I didn't know her to the gala.
Right.
And then we
But 6 months to a
also,
year ago that so let's just say we met on, we gonna just say the gala. We gonna use the gala as the point. And Diamond, don't get us, we ain't talking about your event. The gala. So she was introduced at the gala. So from then on, we had to have met that week. We had to have said we don't like her. So you know what? We about to put a team together so that we can meet up and figure out how we gonna take her down. How we gonna
I
figure
didn't
out
know
what's
her
going on.
into the portrait. Mm-hmm.
So I know I'll be about the gala time. So that's what happened. So all of this time we've been like waiting for the ball to drop. And then we said, oh, you know what? HB is about to go ham on her. We didn't know that. HB's debacle started with Cash. We didn't even know it was going to lead to all of this. So we had to have known that they was going to fall out. It was going to lead to a fallout with her and Susu. Then a fallout that led to her and AJ. And then we said, ooh, AJ is the person. HB, we going to send you this money. We going to get all of these subscriptions so that you can give us all of this information. Because now we are the enterprise. We are the people we are the people that's pulling the strings, is what she said. To extort HB to give us all of this information on her.
All you hoes can go to hell. Because if y'all got all this goddamn foresight.
I mean, that's
and
essentially
played
what a
the
Rico
Powerball numbers at.
Right, that's what the Rico is. And the Rico, we have to establish a racketeering. So we had to establish, we ain't money laundering. So the closest thing is extortion or fraud. We ain't fraud, we ain't money laundering, we ain't doing anything. So the closest thing is an extortion. So the extortion is that we got together, we hired HB, we told HB, if you don't, we gonna give you this money. But when we give you this money, you better give us this information. That's the extortion. I ain't never seen it that way. But in this here world that we live in 2025, we are in a whole new world, y'all. We in a different world, different times, different ways and stuff that happens. So that's how it's happening. And so with that, and so then HB said, okay, y'all, I'm going to take these 1,200 subs. I'm going to take these thousands of dollars and I'm going to provide y'all with what y'all looking for. And she said, boom, here. Now, boom. Here go the evictions. Here go the baby daddy. Here go the stud mama. Here go, what else did we get? We probably got a few more other things. Oh, here go her nurse license. Here go all of the things. Is that good enough for y'all? Okay, so boom.
Don't forget them finger waves.
That's good enough for me. Then she had a counteraction. The counteraction was somebody put her pictures up there and said, we seen them. We was like, that don't mean nothing, but HB, we want to see if you're going to give us more because we are the enterprise. We said, give us a little bit more. She said, no problem, girls. All y'all got to do is pay me a few more dollars. We paid a few more dollars. We gave her a few more dollars. She gave us some more giggles. The giggle police came. We was laughing because then we got to see more pictures. We got to see some gold finger waves. We got to see
Paul, she called my husband Uncle Pete, and her thing looked like her thing. Mm-hmm.
Oh, like a little monkey that she just
then,
with her.
Then, you know, the tears start to flow and the emotions start to flow because then what happens is you have to start to tell the truth because you don't know how far the girls is willing to pay. The enterprise might pay and say, hey, I want you to dig a little deeper.
She did look like Big Red. She actually did.
That she said, you know what? Let me tell on myself. So she told on herself, and now I think that the ridicule from telling on yourself has made her say, I'm finna get you bitches. Oh. And now we have a Rico coming. The end.
Because the truth came out. Okay.
I got a question. So, I got a couple of questions. Let's keep them in line. I need y'all to follow me.
Okay.
So,
I got my pen and I got my TTD.
Okay. So, since Heartbreaker came on this app, have she not told the people who she is?
Yes.
She told the people she came to kill, steal, and destroy, correct?
That's what I heard.
She has called herself Satan, correct?
I remember that.
The devil.
The devil.
Same thing. So she's called herself the devil. She has not changed who she has been on this app. Therefore, you being buddy with her, y'all was always in the panel with her. I never heard y'all tell her to stop doing the same thing she did to you to several other people. Now, no, you did not come out and say, Heartbreaker, I support what you're doing. But what do they say? Silence is complicit. Ain't that's what the people say?
Yep.
So you sat there and you laughed and you kikied and you kept going live with her. You kept.
Can I add one thing to what you said? In fairness to HB, in fairness, because I'm very fair if you know me, she doesn't really go out picking. She usually is a responder.
Yes, I'll give her that.
She's not. She ain't. I ain't gonna say she ain't collecting your shit on the back end because she might want to get you. She might push a few little buttons. She might finagle something to make you respond, to make it where she has to respond. However, I personally, now somebody else might say something different. I have not seen any situation where she outright has just been the attacker. She usually
right. She came after somebody that didn't do nothing to her or didn't say something to her. I will agree with you on that. But my point is that Heartbreaker has been doing this same exact shit to several other people in AJ's presence. And she never had anything to say. She never came to anybody's defense. She didn't see anything wrong with it. But now all of a sudden, you want President Trump to come out on your behalf because the lady that made you expose yourself that you got evicted and your stuff put out on the sidewalk before your baby got off the school bus. That does not make sense. Nobody has any sympathy or empathy for you because you didn't have it for anybody else. You did not care what Heartbreaker did or how she did people until it was you. And the people realized.
I have to slightly disagree. I didn't do anything.
Hey, hold on. We finna do this like every other panel. It was Danny, and then me, and then you.
Wait in turn. It was I was invited up by the host.
Silence.
You see me do the mooka?
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
I would like to put on the record, ever since I've been hanging with Petty Rowe, I done had 3 class action lawsuits. 3. One with Blaine, one with that Grinch.
Oh, Taya Michelle.
That Grinch lady.
Oh, well, because remember Taya Michelle said we get one too.
Oh shit, well we got 4. This is all your fault. And then when it's not your fault, it's FWA fault. Cause she should have mollywopped that bitch all across the porch.
I'm sorry, y'all.
Always Lord.
Oh.
Go ahead, Joy.
And then I wanted to add on, I find it very, because she want to go put her boots on the ground, but she ain't put the boots in that paycheck, in that rent box that she needed to pay.
I mean, why she wasn't working? The people still want to.
When does she work?
The boots too little, so she couldn't walk to go.
Well, maybe she
work.
wasn't wearing boots. Maybe she was wearing Saucony's. I mean, K-Swiss at this point. Because the no boots.
Felines.
Yes. Yeah, maybe.
Don't do
These came from Bakers.
Okay, not Bakers.
Bakers, I ain't heard that in years.
Ooh, Bakers. Oh, Lord.
Hey, Erica, you can go. It's your turn.
Yes.
I have to get Joy's permission. Is it my turn, Joy?
Girl, damn, Joy.
So I have to slightly disagree about the responding thing. Because in my case, it was because I was defending and saying I didn't like it. I simply said I didn't like what was being done to my then god baby's mom or whatever.
I said it might be one. It might be one. You might be the only exception. I'm gonna give it to you if you the exception. But
that's not the norm. We talking about the norm with HB. She done told the people how she is. Normally, maybe she had a a psychosis break that day. I don't know.
Wait, so we just gonna let her come up here and be Otis and the Temptations for real?
Yeah, yeah.
No.
So
Let her have her oldest moment. You know that girl.
No. Just
So
don't
she-
I was
Let her have her
invited. I didn't come up here. I was
Yeah.
invited by the host. I just want to make that clear.
so
I was
yes, Erica might be
cracking jokes in
right.
the comments.
You might be right.
She is the one off. The one off. She
And I
didn't do
did say it
that.
might be one out there. I don't know, but
Thank you,
for the
Nikki.
most part, and
That's
like,
not the point.
hell, y'all been tussling so much, Erica. I can't keep up with y'all.
Exactly. She always tussling, so it don't matter.
We forgot to blame one other person, Erica, because everything is Erica's motherfucking fault.
That's true.
Everything is my fault.
It's Erica and Same. So we gonna put them
No,
together.
no. Joy, it's not Erica insane. It's
Insane. It's just Erica.
It's
Yeah,
Erica.
it's just Erica. It's been just Erica from the beginning.
no.
It's
Yeah.
insane.
Just Erica get it together. I'm sick.
Yeah. Anything he
never
did
did
before
nothing
me,
to
that was
HB.
still my fault. I ain't even know the man. It's still my fault.
Yup.
So, you know,
I ain't never did nothing to HB, and she just told me about my.
discussing
She
AJ.
just told me about myself.
And I don't like. I got blocked by HB. She said, "Cause you don't like me." I ain't never said I don't like the girl, but I guess.
Yeah, I ain't never did nothing to her. She just told me she hate me. So
Well,
I
no,
don't-
Joy, it was okay. So I'm looking at it like this, right? And this is just behind the scenes stuff. HB gives me, she is diabolical, okay? But she also gives me that if she's fucking with you at that time and you have an issue with somebody, she's going to go after that person. Even though that person didn't do anything to her, she's going to do what you might not want to do. You get what I'm saying? Because you might want to say all this shit, but you're not going to say it. So you're going to give the diabolical person the shit who don't give a fuck. So
I see what you're
she
saying.
does that
But
because Joy, you was on the strength of Susu. That's exactly what she
I was
said.
gonna say no. I was gonna say, I get what you're saying, but the fact is, we both done called her raccoon eyes and said that she ugly. So the fact that you still got me blocked, you need to go ahead and unblock me, girl, because we might as well be in the same thing.
But let's be clear. AJ is on the strength of Susu too. Do y'all not realize all of that?
It's, but
All
that's
of this
common
with AJ
denominator is
because
what
of
y'all
Susu.
saying. It's a common denominator.
yes, right.
Yeah,
I get it.
Alien ass bitch. Yes.
because AJ didn't really kind of go after she said leave Susu alone, da 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 da, kind of fuck with me, whatever, however, so do whatever you're gonna do, and she took it to scorched earth. But she also told she also gave AJ the formula. She also gave AJ the solution too, and AJ chose to not listen to it and didn't take her advice. I don't think she wanted to do it initially, but hey,
AJ
Tell
is
AJ to stay out of it.
so AJ's taking up for Susu. Like AJ threw herself in front of the pew pew for Susu, and
And guess where she at?
is talking about
Susu
Shannon
left-
Sharp and Mr. Jones.
On the sidewalk where the rest of them clothes.
No, she took
I'm
herself
asking y'all,
to.
did HB at any point tell tell AJ to stay out of it?
Yup.
She told her to. She, now, I agree. She did tell her, hey, like my beef is with Susu. Like let it. Like I don't got that to do with you. Like you have nothing to do with that. But AJ, wanting to be the big strong man that she is, jumped in front of that pum, and now this is the consequences. That man thought that she can get in front of. Well, he thought that he can get in front of it, but he could not. And now
remember,
you're dealing with the consequences.
Remember, it was about I don't know if you was paying attention, but it started with her and Cash. Her and Cash started revealing.
No, because I started the shit with Cash. I'm the one who told Cash. HB,
So then they started revealing the text messages, and in the text messages, HB, said that AJ looked like a tranny when she in makeup, and so that is what she started the whole thing from. However, she explained it. It didn't go left until Susu told HB she didn't really F with her. And I think when that happened, what that did was, we know they got a lot of back end shit going on. And I think AJ said, let me get in front of it, because if I personally believe that if HB Susu or Braids back end stuff comes to the front, it's gonna be horrible for a lot of people. Is as involved in the back end stuff as they are, because she said it a million times, she don't really want to be, she didn't want stuff like this to happen that has happened. So she took that bullet, so to speak, but she didn't think that it would go this far. But her ego, instead of just having that little, okay, you said I look like this. HB explained why she said it. She said I wasn't really fooling with you at the time. Blah, 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 blah. But as I started to have a better relationship with you, I seen blah, 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 blah. I was coming over here. It could have dead it right there. It really, it could have dead it right there. It could have stopped.
But my question is.
But then the egos got into it. It was now this is all ego.
So my question is, Susu though, right? Susu is the reason why HB got all her information. So why is it no smoke for Susu?
I'm gonna answer that. Let me answer that for you. Because it has been proven that Susu is really the diabolical one, because she's the one who's looking up all the information and feeding everyone about everybody. And I think that
I believe
AJ
that's why AJ took that because BK himself said it. HB has blown up the spot now. These are his words. She's blown up the spot. Susu is our go-to person for when we want to find all of the back end information.
There you go.
He said those words out his mouth, and so that's why they're trying to keep Susu away, keep Susu quiet. Don't keep poking her. Don't keep poking her, because they know if Susu keeps poking her, because right now her focus is on AJ. Keep her focus on AJ. Because if they keep poking, their whole spot gonna be blown up. And it's probably gonna be a lot of things. We all know it's we all know it's a lot about money movement. So now we gotta figure out how we're gonna keep this died down. Sorry, AJ, you had to catch this. You had to catch all this. You can tell us we're going to get a RICO. You can do all of the things. We're going to look like we support you in the front. But in the back, we got to still keep it quiet back here. Because we can't have our I don't want to say loose cannon, but loose cannon HB blow up the spot even further.
So they use their so-called friend as the doormat to stop.
Absolutely.
The person that's really diabolical.
Absolutely.
But she ain't their friend though. That's the thing. That's the part y'all missing. She's not their friend.
She's not enough of a benefit to them.
Danny got a question.
But she thinks she's their friend, like all the rest of her relationships.
Okay, so here's my question before I forget. If Susu's the one, if Raid said Susu is the one that's giving them all this back end information, does that also include everybody that he has doxed himself?
He didn't say specifically, but he says, I want to keep this all surface level. They know, that they tussle and they go back and we'll die down and everything will be fine. We all see that. We see it every few weeks or so. But you can't let it blow up to the point that it blow up.
So now it's not going to be Bash no more. It's not BASH no more. It's just going to be BAS.
No, it's Bats, because I think they added Trina into it.
Okay.
Trina ain't gonna be added into it. Trina's not a benefit to them.
First of all, that sounds dumb as hell. It need to be tabs.
So let me ask y'all a question though. Who would the A be if the A been
Trina
taken
is not
out?
a benefit to them.
If the A been taken out, how what would he be? Bus? I mean, I don't know.
BTS.
Oh wait, who?
They will Cherry Cola. Soon.
Yes. Oh wait, nah, cause technically ain't the A been taken out and the H been taken out, so it's just BS bullshit. Been that.
Oh.
You know what? I like it. Keep it.
Now somebody gonna be playing gospel music.
Because that's what they do. They like to come and do all this shit.
Gentlemen gonna be playing gospel.
They up playing gospel music.
This is all. It's fun. It's entertaining. I have told y'all they have kept me thoroughly entertained this weekend because guess what? Y'all better stop taking sides and so on and so forth, and just look, judge, cackle about it. Don't get serious about it, because guess what? Tomorrow they might all be friends, and then everybody that took a side be looking crazy.
I said that in his
Then you
life.
took a side. Just state the facts. Stay on the facts. Laugh about it, baby, because it's on both sides. They just said some stuff that's funny on both sides. Baby, if they want to splatter their public information all across the interwebs, splatter it. If we just gonna be honest,
Waiting on the paperwork.
everybody information is out there. It ain't like nobody really got no information that's really you can't find. It's not that hard. I get it, y'all want it out there, but y'all, it's funny to me. I mean, the saddest part, now I will say it's sad that your baby said your stuff on the curbside. That's the saddest part. I don't agree with the laughter of that, if anybody laughed about that. But the rest of that stuff is a key, because guess what? When somebody was having a hard time, AJ was keeping their ass up. And so on and so forth. So when people
very disrespectful,
you've done it. So like what they tell you, it's your turn. Ain't that what they tell you? On the internet?
Trying to figure out when we gonna get served some paperwork. I ain't know I was supposed to get paperwork because I wasn't on. I don't know.
They ain't even got. They gotta first put the story together. They gotta put the storyline together and figure it out. Then they gotta subpoena Cash App, I would assume.
I need to get my hair together. Like, I need some straight backs.
Oh, we're young. Y'all know it'll be a while. It'll be a while before, you know.
No, I'm going to jail. Hey, y'all, why I tell my husband that I was like, we're going to jail.
But just start looking for your celly.
He going to say, it was only a matter of time. I said, well, damn.
Can y'all make sure that y'all hair done for y'all mugshot? Because if y'all go in before I do, I am definitely putting the mugshot screen.
Y'all might got a couple of years, so you girls that hair just ain't really long. They don't let you.
This is my mugshot.
I'm going.
They let you take your they make you take your.
Y'all smiling y'all mugshot like Kiana did.
Nope. I'm going Shaq. I'm gonna have to do what Shaq did. I'm gonna have to do Steve Harvey and Shaq.
While Erica talking shit, she acting like they not finna come get her first.
Oh yeah.
No, I'm not going first.
You're between you and FWA. Y'all definitely going first.
Nah, I think she said Queen Jules was first.
Oh shit,
Queen Jules. Oh, she said Queen Jules and Jay from VA now is the top two.
Oh, Miss